Alrighty, and welcome back. I am Asmodee. This is Fallout 3. We are getting ready to meet the Tree Father. Anyway.
Yes, person. To meet him, you must undergo the ceremony of purification. Once that's complete, you'll be able to speak to him. Whenever you're ready, we may begin. It's simple, really. You drink the sap from the basin here in the pavilion. The sap will purify your mind and body of anything harmful that could possibly hurt him. I assure you, nothing harmful will happen to you.
Of course not.
Very good. Take your place in front of the basin and let's begin.
There is reason to be cautious here.
As soon as the rest of the tree minders are in place, we'll begin.
No, I gotta wait for people to show up. So I guess this is something I couldn't do if I killed everybody. But I would have gotten the key. It could have just walked on back. Oh, of course, it's going to make me hallucinate.
He will now recite the blessing to ward off any harm the outsider may be carrying before he proceeds to the grove.
I bid you depart, agents of destruction, through the power of his divine will.
Leave our homes and bodies immediately. Live no longer in them, but pass over into places where you can harm no one.
In the name of his frondescence, I call his wrath upon you, so that wherever you may go, you bear it with you.
And, diminishing from day to day, you may disappear, except where you serve the health and good purposes of mankind. May no trace of you be found.
Wow, that was...
All this, may he be so good as to grant us, who is to come to judge the living and the dead, and the world by his verdure.
Amen. Soon, you will pass peacefully into sleep, outsider. And when you awake, you will witness his glory firsthand.
And knock me out, and then throw me in the grove. Whatever. Didn't take my weapons from me. Huh. That's a, this thing right here. Gnarly old oak.
Glad to see you're finally awake. I can't believe they made you do that stupid ceremony.
Yeah, I think you ended up
they
killing him.
Listen when I talk, but they don't hear. You know what I mean? I wish I was too. Then me and Herbert could be the best of friends and live side by side. He's the tree, see? We're old pals, the best of buddies, and we know each other inside and out. Literally.
Yeah, he looks like he's suffering.
Well, his name's really Bob. I think it's funny to call him Herbert, but I don't think he thinks it's that funny.
You named your tree.
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way. See, Bob used to ride around on top of my head. Sunk his roots right in there, you know?
Yeah,
Well, eventually, he got bigger than me, and then I pretty much ended up inside. It was a long time ago. I tend to lose track. I was exploring some sort of a military base with some other people. I think it was called Mariposa. Mariposa. We were pretty deep inside and we found some weird vats of this nasty green goo. Right when we were about to leave, I think we were attacked.
Yeah, he's out of it.
Last thing I remember before blacking out was something knocking my friend into the stuff. You have no idea how glad I am to hear that. Or we're glad to hear that.
Yeah, he looks like he's been suffering for a long time.
I had you brought in here to ask a very simple favor. Would you please kill me?
Of course.
Oh, no. It wouldn't
Not
be
murder. I asked
murder. You'd be doing me a favor. You see, I've been stuck here for over 2 decades now, rooted right into the ground. The only friends I've got are Bob and those weirdos out there who think I'm a god.
I mean, how did you convince him you were a god?
How to put this? I've been feeling rather spread out lately. I think Bob's kinda shoved my insides around some.
He made his heart somewhere else.
It's hard to tell where everything is, but it's always that way with one's insides, isn't it? Anyway, I believe Bob's carried some of my organs into his root system.
Yeah, get him. Kill it all.
I want you to go underground and destroy my heart. Oh, no, don't worry about them. When you decide to go down there, I'll have a little chat with Birch and the rest of the gang.
Yeah, right.
They usually don't understand a word I say, but I'll make them come around.
They're gonna commit suicide.
Of all the wastelanders I had to bump into, it has to be one with a conscience. Let's keep it an open invitation then. I don't want to wait until the next person visits. It could be years. Just think about it, okay?
Sure.
No. Herbert is the tree. Bob is his real name, but I call him Herbert, 'cause I think it's pretty funny. But I'm still in here too. What's left of me? The name's Harold.
Harold? Alright, Harold. Enter the caves below, destroy the tree's heart. We can do that. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
And I'm telling you, you've got it all wrong. Why else would he have called for an outsider's assistance?
The outsider is here to deliver us from our enemies, to keep this place safely locked away from the wasteland, not to exploit us.
How can we preach about peace when all you want to do is keep his gift all to ourselves? That's not what he would want.
If we allow the spread of this miracle to continue, we're putting him in jeopardy. I can't allow that. I won't allow it.
Once again, my husband, we are at an impasse. I suggest we speak to the outsider.
Agreed.
Yeah, okay.
Why else would the outsider have been allowed into the grove? Perhaps it's a test. Yes, that must be it.
Cool. Can I talk to people?
I know why you're here, and despite what my wife thinks, I know you'll do what's best for Oasis. After all, he chose you, and he would never want to put us in harm's way. Oh, he's testing you now, just like he tested us. He wants to see if your faith is strong by spinning these incredible stories.
Sure.
Who else but a god could produce all of this? Don't worry, you'll soon see things as I do. The Great One does tend to speak in riddles, but if that is his way, then so be it. My talks with him have become quite puzzling of late. I think he's beginning to fear his future. The Great One's influence is growing, and soon it will break free of the confines of this secluded vale. We can't allow Oasis to call attention to itself like that. It would be the end of him. If the same sap that you drank to purify yourself could be applied to his heart, it should stop the spread. I can promise you no harm would come to him. That's all I ask of you, outsider. Nothing more, nothing less.
How you? Come on.
I love Birch, but sometimes I think he doesn't see the big picture. The spreading of his influence is not a curse. It's a great miracle, a benefit meant for the entire wasteland.
I'm confused.
Of course we do. He yearns to share his miracles with the whole world, to give the gift of life back to the dead wasteland. It's upsetting him to no end, but Birch can't see the pain it's causing. But now that you're here, I have a feeling the winds are about to change. I heard what my husband wanted you to do. What I propose is an alternative. The same person that created the sap also created this liniment. If you can reach his heart, it will assist him in making his influence increase. Instead of centuries, the wasteland will become green in mere decades. Just imagine how glorious that would be.
Give me just a second. Alright, I'm torn. Because either option
So you're the outsider, huh? You seem nice to me. They're the best parents ever. My parents told me never to go past the old gate. There are monsters in there.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Harold? He's really nice. Sometimes when I get really lonely, I go into the grove and talk to him. Sometimes I even curl up all cozy-like and sleep next to his roots after I have a bad dream. I tell him what I'm scared of, and he tells me what he's scared of. It makes me feel better knowing I'm not the only one. Aw, I never knew an outsider could be scared of anything. Harold told me that he's scared of fire. If fire ever got on him, it would burn him and Bob until they were all gone. That's why we keep the fires far away from him.
Okay, so he's afraid of dying, because that would kill him.
That's okay. I like talking about Harold. He's really nice. He's my best friend. Sometimes I even curl up all cozy-like and sleep next to his roots after I have a bad dream. I tell him what I'm scared of, and he tells me what he's scared of. It makes me feel better knowing I'm not the only one. I was born here, silly. Just get born, I guess. You're funny.
I'm
I
still
trust
torn.
to speak again, outsider.
Because if I expand... Alright, my understanding is if he dies, the grove will die. If he lives, but I stunt him, that's just imprisoning him where he's at. If I live and he gets to expand, then he's okay with that. Seriously. Ugh. And so I'm torn. I mean, I know what I would personally do with the knowledge that I currently have. And that would be to, expand it. But is that the good thing to do?
Now you went and got me mad!
Alright, let's swap back over to Gauss rifle. You did. Wow, just... Come on now. Fox. First you won't get out of my way so I can back up. And then you won't get out of my way so I can go forward.
Come out, wherever you are!
Yeah, I got a Gauss rifle just waiting for you. I don't know, I'll flip a coin, I guess.
You're here!
Because killing him basically kills all those other people. Unless I can convince them to go to the Republic of Dave. Which, I mean, I guess my speech is high enough that that's not an issue, really. Huh? Oh. Yeah? Alright. Gotta be down, down, down. Down in the water. The one option I'm not gonna choose, because there's just no way, is to limit him. Like, if he has to be left alive for any reason, expansion is the way to go, because that'll get trees in the wasteland. And it is my understanding that trees do not grow in the wasteland unless you make him expand. Well, if you don't make him expand, it's done.
was too easy.
No trees in the wasteland. Forever and ever. Or, you know, at least a few thousand years until they re-evolve from something else. Because the odds of them not evolving out of something else is real low, right? Whichever evolution it is that allows two things to evolve the same way, but from different points. I want to say convergent, but I don't think that one's quite right. Is that all that's done there?
Okay, who's next? Something troubling you, my friend? Yes, by all means, let's.
Okie dokie.
And I shall follow.
I think the one I'm going to go with is expansion. That keeps everybody with a place to live. And yeah, he may every once in a while realize he's alive and wish for death. But honestly, my understanding is that he'd really... Oh, will you stop that? He really isn't coherent most of the time. And will not, in general, be coherent for much longer. And honestly, once the tree grows completely over him, he'll be dead anyways. Which can't be that far off. Which, honestly, probably one of the worst ways to die, slow suffocation. But I'm also not one to use the greater good argument. But then again, I also don't know that I support assisted suicide. Not when the option of just, you know, going into a dream state that the tree puts you in and staying there forever is an option. Because that even negates the quality of life argument.
Now you wait.
Because life is whatever you want it to be in the dream.
I win again!
You do. And rocket, missile, whatever. So I think expansion is the way I'm going to go. And now we go speak with Leaf Mother Laurel. Damn cave. Is this a different cave? Ooh. Bam! Right in the back. The side of the head. The chest. Missed.
You lose!
Okay. I'm assuming that means they're all dead. Drinking the water. Stop drinking the water. Is it the ethically right choice to take away somebody's autonomy for the greater good? No. Like we're having that whole debate in our country right now with that brain dead lady that they're using as an incubator to birth a child. Which I don't remember whether that lady was even pregnant when she went into a coma. So, I'm not... I'm not sure on that. I don't know what my opinion is on that. I've given it some minor thought, but not a whole lot. Other than to acknowledge the fact, honestly, we do it to an animal. So I don't much see the difference. Yeah, I know. People are different than animals, but we're not. We are just another form of animal. Really?
Feel a change in the air.
Yeah.
I wonder what it could be. You've done a great deed. The gifts the Great One has bestowed upon us will now take mere decades to breach the confines of oases instead of centuries. In your short visit here, I can see you've learned much.
Not really.
That's a rare gift in these turbulent times.
Hell's gonna
I
sleep,
believe
so...
there are a few tree minders who wish to speak to you before you depart. I think you'll find their appreciation quite rewarding. Good luck in all your journeys, my friend. I hope your time here has opened your heart as well as it opened your eyes.
I mean, not really, but... I mean, I've done worse.
So, it looks like you decided to do things their way, huh? How come? So, they really need me that badly, huh? Yeah, I guess I never thought of it that way. awfully selfish of me. Should we give him another chance? Herbert?
Yeah, he's fully insane.
Fine. I mean, Bob. I still think it's funny when I call him Herbert. Okay, let me talk real careful for the slow folks. I was once a man, a long time ago, named Harold. Something in me changed and a weird little tree started growing right out of my head. It kept getting bigger until I ended up stuck inside. When people would ask about it, I decided to name it Bob. You know, like a friend or something. Sometimes I call him Herbert instead of Bob because I get bored and I think it's funny. So, long story short, call me Harold.
Okay.
Okay. Wave bye-bye, Bob. Oh, come on. Move a branch at least. Oh, wait.
I mean, he's gonna be brain dead soon. So he's not gonna suffer. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, anyway, catch you next time.